Hi everyone, Gil Ferreira here again from Preserve Pigs. In today's Q&A, I'm going to look at a question that is starting to make its appearance quite often now. The question is, what are hog sheets and how, when and where should they be used? So first up, I need to make an admission. I've only been introduced to hog sheets in the past 2 years, so I'm also fairly new to using them. But what I've come to learn is that they really are fantastic when we are making dry cured whole muscle meats. So let's just jump into it. I want to take a quick look at what the hog sheets are. As you can see from the video, they are extremely thin sheets that are used to wrap whole muscles in when hanging them in the chamber. They are used as a protective layer, similar to sausage casings for sausages, or even when we use bungs when making coppers and so forth. They usually come in a 50 by 50 centimeter square sheet, and they're extremely delicate, as you can see from this video. In the past, and even when I was making meats commercially, I did not use protective layers on whole muscles like pancettas and coppers and lonzos. But since I've started using these hog sheets, I certainly will always use them. They're fantastic because they do create a protective layer around the meat, which helps against insects and unwanted microbes. And obviously the desired penicillium molds also bloom on the sheets, but rather than directly on the meat, as I said, they will bloom on the actual sheet itself, which does make it much easier to clean once it comes out of the chamber. The benefit of the mold is still present, but obviously without the PT required afterwards to clean them. There are certainly alternatives available to hog sheets. For example, you can use beef middles, beef bungs, or even hog bladders to create a protective layer around your cured meats. But the one thing about these items are they are restricted by their size. There are also collagen sheets available which are similar. However, collagen has the knack of liquefying when getting wet. So one has to work very carefully and quickly with collagen sheets. Hog sheets, whilst they are quite delicate, they certainly are more forgiving than collagen sheets. The other benefit, or probably one of the primary benefits for using hog sheets, is they certainly are a lot cheaper than bungs and middles as well. The good thing about hog sheets is they're also starting to become more and more readily available. Okay, let's just take a quick look at how to use them. I'm going to demonstrate using a pancetta tesa that I've been EQ curing in the fridge for the last 10 days. I'm going to need a good length of butcher's twine. I will use this to truss the cut. This not only gives me a nice shape and something to hang the pancetta by, but more importantly keeps the hog sheet in place initially. I also have a small bowl of water on hand. Now I start by opening up the sheet and spreading it out on my work surface. It is important to gauge the size of your meat, as you may need more than one hog sheet to cover the meat. Once the sheet is opened, I like to splash a little bit of water just to help the sticking process. Not too much though, as it becomes quite difficult to work with. I place the pancetta close to the one edge, enough so that it can overlap fully over the side of the meat. I then start wrapping it up like I would a gift. But whilst I do that, I constantly press the sheet against the meat to make it stick. Where it does not stick, I rub a bit of water on it, and you will see that it starts to stick to itself. I fold it over carefully and just make sure that the entire pancetta is covered. Once that is done, I can truss the pancetta, which I do it carefully so as not to dislodge or split the sheet. If you need to learn how to truss, check out my video on trussing. The link will appear in the top right hand corner. Once it's been trussed, I now inspect it again to make sure that everything is covered, and where the sheet is not sticking fully, I just rub a little bit of water. I hope this video will help you. If you have any more questions about this particular issue or any other question that you may want to include in our Q&A section, please send me an email to questions@preservepigs.com. I will address them and hopefully also be able to make a video like this one. Thank you so much for joining this Q&A. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my YouTube channel.